All right, Deezy and Justin here with the best Cardano NFTs under $20.
The best.
The best. But first,
best.
we got to talk about the FUD. We got to talk about Spacebudz, man. Real quick, I mean, we can kind of go into it. Kind of, what do you think happened with all that?
The FUD story of July. Look, I don't really have an issue with it. I didn't have an issue with the Boss Cat one. I think I something that you kind of had brought up. I think that the Spacebudz are being treated a little differently than the Boss Cats are when they were,
or Chilled Kongs,
when they were suspected. So yeah, I think they're being treated a little differently, especially with the Boss Cats, because I'm reading here on some of the threads. If they lifted art from another artist, then the liability should rest on the outsourced art provider. Well, that's not true. That's not a true statement. If you're going to hold a standard to a project, you got to hold it to another project, and a project team should have gone, if they're worried about it, should have gone through the art and really kind of nailed down that the art's unique and done their homework and due diligence. And like you say, Deezy, you don't rush to the mint. You do all that work on the front end so you don't run into these issues on the back end. I personally have no issue with this stuff, though. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it might be inspired, or even if they got exact traits from
and you can see the inspiration, quote unquote, here with the anglerfish. This is from Blake's thumbnail. He just did a video on this as well. And just if you don't know what we're talking about, Spacebudz, some of their art traits, they outsourced all the art, and those artists, it appears, basically traced some previous drawings, whether it was a gun, some of the heads for the animals, some of the other items. And Barry Ailes, is inventor of the Nami wallet, co-founder of Spacebudz. He owns his stake pool. He came out, and he's the founder of Spacebudz, and they reached out a few of the artists already, saw the anglerfish. He thinks we have a chance to get this done by securing all the copyrights and reaching out to the artists. So, just to be clear, it appears that Barry Ailes had nothing to do with, this art. But to Justin's point, this is kind of what you got to do. Although, to be fair, it appears that people did Google search and Google reverse search and nothing popped up. So Spacebudz have been out a long, long time before someone found this out. So I don't think it was too malicious, but clearly the artist had borrowed something, man. Now, are you selling your Spacebudz?
Me? No.
I'm not selling.
None of this stuff,
I want to buy more.
None of this stuff phases me. It's like when all the stuff with Boss Cat came out. What did the Boss Cat price do? It just kept going up and up and up and up and up. None of this stuff phases me. This is part of the game of NFTs. You're going to get inspiration. You're going to get people that copy traits and get ideas and trace and all that. It doesn't matter. It's all about the community and what they're going to do with it, what they're going to build with it. And it's not so much about what copied, who copied, and all that stuff. I don't really get caught up in all this.
Yeah, and you can see tons and tons of activity here. People essentially started panic selling. You see one as low as 3,500 right there, 3,200, 3,300. I would have loved to have snatched up some of these cheap ones. I think Spacebudz will survive this, just like Boss Cats did. I think they will come out probably even stronger. And Barry even said, hey, he's got some big things coming out. He doesn't want to reveal anything. He'll steal from the magic of it. But I'm still believing in Barry. I'm still believing in the team. And I think Spacebudz is more than just the art. That'd be nice. All right, well, let's get into, and so that's kind of our thoughts on Spacebudz. But people want to know, what do you mean an NFT under $20? Like, they have to be garbage, right? No. Wrong. I think we found some gems. Some of this we got from just looking at the last 7-day volume. So these are projects that, they're still hanging in there. People are still buying. People are still doing things. And then, so we have some quick ones. Number one, I kind of want to start with Panda Society. I think they're doing a lot of good things. They have a very, very strong community. And I like that they only have a 3,333. But the person with the number one rarity, Panda, like making some big moves. You can see it here at pandatron.org. He's making anime, comic book, doing all this. And this is the number one rarity Panda. And it's the Mecha Panda.
I like it. As we're going through these projects, what we like about them, or at least what I like about them, I'm not going to speak for Deezy, is the price is down, it's falling, across the board, but these projects are actually still doing something. A lot of times when you enter in some kind of like a bare winter, the projects just die. They stop producing, they stop building, they stop executing their roadmap. Well, these projects are just adding to the roadmap, which is good. That means when the market does turn around, which it always does, they're going to have a head start and they're going to see a pretty good increase. So it could be a good opportunity to buy low.
And it's always good when you see people buying above floor. That means they're like, you know, trait sniping here, and they're more likely to keep it as their quote-unquote forever panda. All right, moving on, we have the King Tigers. Also another strong art project here. This guy had worked for Cartoon Network. I think he turned down a lot of good animation jobs. So it is strong art. And you'll see here, they had a big sale over the weekend. The Snoop version. It's got to be Snoop, right?
I mean, who else could it be? It could be maybe Exhibit from like 2004.
Is he getting ready to pimp a ride? This sold for over 1,000. So community still in there. You can see it under $20. Activity, you know, still moving a little bit of units here and there. So keep an eye out on that one as well. I think people really just like their Tigers. Now, did you ever wear one of those hats?
Oh, the double beer hat?
Yeah.
No. I never wore that.
You're never a beer hat guy.
I never drank beer out of a can. I wasn't a can beer guy. I was a bottle beer.
Okay.
Bottle beer guy. And it's hard to fit those straws in the tips of a bottle. I tried.
Who is the beer hat guy? Is this a guy who just like loves attention, or is they really just trying to free up their hands?
I think it's a costume because it's not efficient. You know what I mean? It's like, not like it works.
Man, I might try one while I'm driving up the road with soda, of course. All right, next up we have the Outer Space Society, close to 5,000 followers. They still get pretty decent engagement, and they had something happen just recently. They announced their Build Your Halien, so maybe keep an eye out on the Haliens by the Outer Space Society. You can see the floor right at under $20 or maybe $20 and some change. So. Cool art. Again, I think the art's pretty cool. Yeah, so the Haliens, they got some pretty cool traits. I would keep an eye out on that. I think the art's cool. But last two, of course, Ada Ninjas, strong community. They just have a lot of their NFTs, so the price is pretty low. I think all three of their drops have 8,888. But their video game is way ahead of the curve here. I mean, you can see, here's some clips here. Game is both challenging and fun. You don't even need an NFT to play, just a Cardano wallet. All right, we got a little gameplay, man. What do you think of this, dude?
I actually think it does look kind of fun. It's that over-the-top, you know, old school Final Fantasy.
It reminds me of like an old PlayStation 2 game, kinda, or a 64.
64, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, this one, they're just ahead of, you know, where you're gonna see most people. They've already released their manga. Not manga, manga. So, Ada Ninjas, you can get the season 3 for under $20. Season 1 is gonna be a little bit more. You see it; it's closer to
basically
$95.
Yeah,
so
95 Ada.
Second season also $20. I just like that third season, man. I think that one is the cool looking one to me because the backgrounds move. It just looks way more cool to me. I don't know. What
definitely does have the N64 vibe, even that, you know, the background's kind of moving in a pixelated fashion.
Yeah.
I like it, man. I love that kind of
All right,
art.
the final one under $20, Digital Lowlifes by Arta Joseph. I mean, I feel like we got to throw them a shout out. Drew, me, and Justin. We're looking through them now. I mean, so hey, another cool community, under $20, hand drawn. As these Cardano influencers get more and more famous, I think more and more spotlight will be brought to this project. It's cool drawings, and you can see the floor goes up pretty quickly. So maybe not too many cheap ones left.
Yeah, I wish I could find me.
I'm gonna buy it before you can. Should I buy Justin's? Let me know in the comments if I should buy Justin's, then squat on it and make him pay double. He just bought it.
Oh, my mic's not even connected to it. I just bought it.